Hello and welcome to the Physics Basket. So in this class 11 series, we are starting a new topic which is on motion in 1D, and we'll be doing numericals. Basically, we'll be concentrating more on the PYQs from the previous year JEE questions.
Hi everyone, let's take the next question, which says that a ball is released from a height h if t1 and t2 be the time required to complete the first half and second half of the distance respectively. Choose the correct relationship between t1 and t2. Let's draw this first. So it says the total height, let us take the total height be h, and half of the height is being covered in time t1 as given by the problem. This is t1, so this is h by 2, and second half is covered in t2. This is t2. And if we assume that the total time taken for the ball to reach the ground is t, right? So this time be t. So since it is the ball is just simply dropped, so u is equal to 0. So in that case, we can say h equal to 1 by 2 gt square, as ut is component is getting 0. This is one thing. And of course, here t is equal to t1 plus t2. This is my first equation. And then for the first half to cover, it takes t1 time, which means that h by 2, 1 is equal to 1 by 2 g t1 square, right? Because the initial velocity u is 0 in this case. So h by 2 is 1 by 2 gt square. So if we just compare these two equations, so we get 1 by 2 g t1 square. This is the h. So we can say by 2, right? H by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 g. Sorry, here it will be gt square, right? Gt square, because this is the total time, by 2, because this is h by 2, that is equal to 1 by 2 g t1 t1 square, right? Now this t being t1 plus t2, so what we get is, so half g anyways, we can just remove it. So that's t1 plus t2 whole square by 2, right, is equal to t1 square, and this 2 I'm bringing it here, so it is 2 t1 square. Okay, so just let's do a square root of on both sides, so we get t1 plus t2. We can have plus and minus sign, but minus means that the time will go in negative, which is not possible. So I'm taking t1 only. So t1 plus t2 as positive is equal to root 2 t1. All right. So which means that t2 is equal to t1 root into 2 minus 1, right? So I brought the t1 this side. So this is my answer in this case. So let's see what is matching. So option D. So option D is the matching answer.
Hey everyone, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for regular updates on JEE and NEET physics for class 11 and 12. Your small support can really encourage and motivate me to create more useful and high quality content for students like you. And also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss any latest lesson and content.
So hello everyone. Let's take the next question, which says that a juggler throws a ball vertically upward with the same initial velocity in the air. When the first ball reaches the highest position, he throws the next ball. Assuming that the juggler throws n balls per second, the maximum height the ball can reach is, okay. So if we draw the diagram here, the ball is here, and this is how it goes, and then it finally reaches the highest position, and then it comes back down, right? So let this be height h. In meanwhile, he is sending so many balls actually, right? Okay. So by the time the first ball is in the air, the second ball is thrown up. This is the situation basically. Okay, but the total number of balls it can throw in 1 second is n. That is what it is given right now. and we need to find the value of h. Okay. So it since the juggler is throwing each balls with constant same velocity, we can say the initial velocity be u, and then we can calculate the time it takes to reach the height, and then from there we can calculate the h also. In the reverse way also we can calculate. See, at this position when the ball is there, so I want to know what time it takes basically to reach back to the palm of the juggler. This is the same time, right? This will be the same time the juggler actually throws it back to the air, because the time of ascent and time of descent will be the same in this case. Okay, so if this is the maximum height, then I will say h equal to 1 by 2 g t square, and at this position u is 0, right? The initial velocity, it has reached a velocity of 0, so the velocity with which it will come down will be initial velocity 0, so h will be half gt square. So from here I will get t equal to 2h by g square root. Okay. Now it says that total number of balls that is being thrown is n per second. So I can say in 2h by g time, one ball is thrown up, right? So in one ball in time, 2h by g. So n balls are being thrown in 1 second. So n ball, how much time it takes? Time will be n into square root of 2h by g. Okay. And n ball is thrown in 1 second, right? Which means that n into 2h by g is equal to 1, correct? So from here, if we square both sides, we will get n square into 2h by g is equal to 1, or we get h equal to g by 2n square. Okay, so we see there is an option g by 2n square, so D is the correct option. Hello, so let's start with the next problem. It says that two trains A and B have length small l and 4L, L and 4L, are traveling into a tunnel of length capital L in parallel tracks from opposite directions with velocities 108 km per hour and 72 km per hour respectively. If train A takes 35 seconds less time than train B to cross the tunnel, then the length of the tunnel will be. So let us consider this being a tunnel. So the length of the tunnel is L here, capital L, right? And the A train is of length L, and B train is moving in this direction, which is of length 4L, 4L, like this, right? And the speed of this train is 108 km per hour. Okay, and this train, and the second train is 72 km per hour. Okay, so it says that the time taken by A is 35 seconds less. So first of all, the total distance that train A will cover, right? So train A will cover will be L plus its own length, right? So the total distance that A will cover, so S for A is equal to L plus small l. And similarly, the total length the second train B train will cover will be capital L, which is length of the tunnel, and its own length, which is 4L. This is first thing that we need to take into consideration. And then comes the time taken. So time taken will be, since it is constant velocity, so distance covered by velocity. So TA, we can say TA is equal to capital L plus L by 108. So let us convert it to meter per second. So 108 5 by 18 into 5 by 18. And L is already given as 60 L here actually, right? So it will be 61 small l by 30, correct? So this is my first thing. And then TB. TB is the total distance covered for B will be L plus 4L, which is 64L, right? L is 60L, capital L is 60, small l. So it is 64L by 72 kilometer per hour. So I'm converting into meter per second, so 5 by 80. So which gives me 64 by, this is 64 by 20, right? Small. So which is equal to 4, 5, 16, so 16 by 5 L. This is my second equation. And it is told that TA is less than TB by 35 seconds, right? So A takes 35 seconds less. TA is equal to TB minus 35, which means that TB minus TA, we can make it TB minus TA, nothing but 16 by L minus 61 by 30 L is equal to 35. 35 comes to the other side, so 35. So which gives me, if I calculate this, it gives 5, 6, so 6, 96 minus 61 by 30 to L equal to 35, or this is 5 and this is 35. So 35 L by 30 is equal to 35, or small l is equal to 30. So this is our L. But this is small, yeah. So we need to find the capital L. So capital L already we have been given 60 L, 60 L. So we get the length of the tunnel is equal to 30 into 60, which gives me around 1800. So this is my answer. So option C is the right answer.
So thank you for watching. With this, we come to the end of this particular topic. However, we will continue with additional problems on motion in one day, which will also include more PYQs. Thanks for watching and keep subscribed.